Hello YouTube and welcome to our very first Travel Agent Reacts video. My name is William and you may have seen me from our other video series which is the virtual travel with Super. If you have not catched them yet, please look into our channel and feel free to have a look at our video series. And if you like them, please follow and subscribe to our channel. So first, I'm very pleased to be the first person to do a Travel Agent Reacts video. Because of that, so I'm gonna do some background rules. I would like to mention what I will do in the video. So I will be doing reviews of various YouTube videos online. Alright, so it could be regarding international travel, it could be introductory videos to countries around the world. So today we have, or rather our customer had actually chosen one video for us, which is the 10 best places to visit in Poland by World Top 10. So if you haven't, of course, please also have a look at their video and subscribe to them. I'm copying the video link into the description below and you can check them out as well. So I'll give you some of my insights and inputs that could probably help you better understand what they are talking about in the video or support the information they provide. Alright, and I'm basically a travel agent based in Singapore, so I may give some travel tips, but it may not necessarily be just related to Singapore travelers, but also to international travelers in general. But what I will not do is to give a detailed guiding of the places. Alright, so because this should be done by a licensed guide of the respective place. We should respect their jobs, and I'm not going to do that. Alright, so here we go, the very first Travel Agent Reacts video, and let's begin.
Ten best places to visit in Poland.
I like the introduction.
Life has not been easy for Poland, an Eastern European country that has been invaded and destroyed many times over the centuries.
Yeah, that is very true. Poland was invaded quite a few times, and I think everyone would know that in most modern history, it was invaded by both Soviet Union and Germany back in World War II. And in fact, I think that's what really sparked World War II to begin with.
The country suffered mightily in World War II when many of its citizens, including its large Jewish population, were hustled off to Nazi concentration camps.
Okay, so I have not really watched this video yet. I'm not sure if they're going to talk about concentration camps, but if you do visit Poland, one of the things you could do is to have a look at the remaining concentration camps. Of which one of the most popular one will be Auschwitz concentration camp. I think even if you have not seen it before, you might have heard of the name. And I think in was it X-Men Apocalypse that they actually showed that place as well. Yeah.
The Polish spirit, however, refused to die, and today the country combines medieval architecture with lively cultural activities to meet the needs of modern tourists. An overview of the best places to visit in Poland.
Well, just a bit of extra info. You might see quite a number of Christ statues or the crucifix around Poland. I think you might remember that one or a few popes were from Poland. All right, and it's basically, religion is one of their national pride, if you want to call it. I'm not sure where this is, but I'm pretty sure you can find this probably in Warsaw during winter. during probably around November, maybe even late October, but usually starting from middle of November, most European cities, not just in Poland, but most European cities would already start to build up Christmas markets. All right, so I mean, this year's 2020. I'm not sure if you can travel in winter, but if you could, yeah, please have a look. Go to Europe, have a look at their Christmas markets if you have not. And some of them might even have a skating rink like this one in the video. Are those New Year fireworks maybe?
10. Malbork.
Malbork.
The medieval town of Malbork, perhaps better known by the German name of Marienburg, is most well known for its castle, which was ordered built in the 13th century by the Knights of the Teutonic Order as their headquarters. Europe's largest Gothic fortress is named after the Virgin Mary, the patron saint of the city and castle. The castle is actually 3 castles, making it the world's largest brick castle. It took 2.
Yeah, if you don't know, this castle is the world's largest castle for land area. I think it was somewhere around 143,000 square meters, which is actually very, very big. It's a very big compound. If you have been to Singapore, or if you are a Singapore audience, you might know the place Suntec City. That castle there is like about 1.5 times more of the whole area of Suntec City. So yeah, like that would probably give you some perspective. I'm not sure if they mentioned, but Malbork is in the north of Poland. It's near Gdansk, which is a port city in the north. Yeah, so
230 years to build the castle, a majority of which was destroyed during World War II. Much of the castle has been restored since then.
Just another info, like if you are into Knights of the Templar Order, if you like those kind of stuff, you should also look into Malta. Right, so because we have the Knight Order that is still basically they are the authority in Malta, and like it's their headquarters basically. They still have a Grandmaster to this day, and he's basically the top authority in Malta.
9. Lublin. Lublin, located east of the Vistula, is another ancient city with a marketplace that may have dated back to the 6th century. Because
okay, I'm not sure if they mentioned here, but it's correct to say that it is east of the Vistula River, but it's not anywhere near the river at all, in my opinion. The river is very long. All right, so like literally, Vistula River is the heart of Poland. It connects from the Baltic Sea in the north towards many cities. It's like a dragon shape. No, it's slow. Sorry, it's like an S. It goes through towns like towns and cities like Torun, Warsaw, Krakow, even Auschwitz, and if I remember correct, there is a legend for the river, like that's Warsaw Castle in Krakow. If you have, I'm not sure if they'll cover, but I think they should cover Krakow. So you will see a statue of a dragon right below Warsaw Castle, and that statue is you can actually spew fire. So like if you go there, you should have a look. But anyway, there's a legend about this dragon that it basically has a nest or like a resting place in at the bottom of Krakow Castle. Uh, what the dragon usually wants is fresh meat. Okay, dragons eat people. And apparently, one of the ways that the local people created a strategy to defeat the dragon is to stuff lots of spices. I don't know, did they mention paprika or chili? I can't remember about that. But so basically, they stuff a lot of spices into the meat and sacrifice it to the dragon. Alright, so the dragon ate the meat, and because of the crazy amount of spice that he had eaten, he was so thirsty that he had to, like, go down to the Vistula River and drink up the water. And it's still not enough. Like, he just keeps drinking and drinking until he got super bloated that he blew up. And that's the end of the dragon. And that's where the statue is, where the dragon supposedly got slayed. But yeah, that's basically one of the legends that you could probably hear from, even from local guides. I think, like, I have guides over there who tells this legend to tour groups whenever we visit to Poland.
It is located on Poland's eastern border. It became, early on, a line of defense against various invaders that destroyed the city over the centuries. It also was home to one of the largest Jewish communities in Poland. Evidence of Lublin connecting Western and Eastern cultures can be found at the Holy Trinity Chapel that blends Catholic and Russian Byzantine styles. But don't be fooled by the cobblestone streets and medieval architecture of the old town, as it boasts a lively arts and nightclub scene.
Okay, so they didn't mention here, but they did say Lublin is at the eastern border. That's correct. So it's actually near the border of, very near Belarus, and Belarus is on top, and Ukraine. Alright, so there are some influences coming in from these two countries, especially Belarus, which is very, very closely linked to Russian culture, Russian religion. So they mentioned about the Eastern Orthodox influence on some of the architectures.
Bialowieza Forest. The Bialowieza Forest is a large remnant of the primeval forests that once covered much of Europe. The forest straddles the border between Poland and the Republic of Belarus, and there are border crossings for tourists on foot or on bicycles. The Bialowieza Forest is the only place where European bison still remain free and living in the forest as they once did throughout Europe.
Okay, so I do not know this forest very well, but they did mention that it is near the border to Belarus, so it should be quite near to Lublin, which is also somewhere in the east. But they also mentioned about border crossings between the two countries. I'm not too sure whether if there is a security border check over there. If you were not a European passport holder, it would be best for you to actually check whether if you do not require a visa to enter Belarus, right? Because I know that normally you do need a visa to enter Belarus. For example, Singapore travelers, we can travel to Belarus visa free, but we must enter via Minsk International Airport. We are not supposed to cross over from other countries just like Poland. So I wouldn't suggest crossing the border unnecessarily, right? Just to be safe. right?
Wolves, lynx, red deer, wild boar, elk and roe deer are among its other inhabitants. While the bison are kept within fenced areas, guided tours are available either on foot or in horse-drawn carriages. Seven. Torun. Torun, located on the Vistula River, is best known, perhaps, as the birthplace of Copernicus, but it's just as well known for its old marketplace and Gothic town hall that the National Geographic Polska put on its list of the 30 most beautiful places in the world. As Torun escaped bombing during World War II, the city still boasts numerous buildings that date back to the Middle Ages. Construction on the town hall started in the 13th century, with many churches, including the Cathedral of SS. John the Evangelist and John the Baptist, dating back to the 14th century. This church is a must-see for travelers interested in Gothic paintings and sculptures, and Baroque altars.
Yeah, so you can see it's a beautiful place, Torun. It is somewhere in the middle, but it's a bit towards the north in Poland. It's somewhere between Poznan and Warsaw city. So if you happen to be traveling between these two, you should probably visit Torun along the way. You know, it's just really, I think it's like that, if I'm not wrong, on the map. They mentioned, you know, you have old architecture still remaining intact and did not get destroyed during the war. So that's very good. You know, you actually get to see how old Polish architecture, still surviving to this day. Okay, so I mean, because you know the war actually devastated Poland, so it is really rare to actually have so many standing architecture from the past.
Six. Tatra National Park. Travelers who crave scenic beauty will find it in Tatra National Park, located in south-central Poland. Established in 1954, the park is mainly forests, meadows and numerous rock formations covering the Tatra Mountains. Spelunkers may enjoy touring 6 of the park's 650 caves that are open to the public. The park also offers more than 30 alpine lakes as well as the Wilkisa waterfall that is 70 meters, 230 feet, high. Tatra, the most visited national park in Poland, will delight hikers with its 270 kilometers, 170 miles, of trails. There is a similar national park in the neighboring part of Slovakia, also called the Tatra National Park.
Yep. Yeah, so like what they say, Tatra Mountains is a range of mountains that exist between Slovakia and Poland. You know, so like if you are traveling between these countries, you will probably see along the way, along the highways. There's many ways you can get to the mountains. It's quite accessible. Every part of the mountain range, I think, has a good view. If you are if you just want to take some time off to have a photo stop, you could just do that easily. Of course, if you are traveling on your own, perhaps you could drive, or I would say it's best to drive, or if you have local travel companions to go with, it's a good place to go.
Five. Poznan. Student travelers wanting to meet their Polish peers might want to visit Poznan, long known as an academic center and home to Poland's third largest university. The city hosts many international events, including the Malta International Theatre Festival that takes place every summer. Major sites are easily accessible by strolling the Royal Imperial Route, a walk set up especially for tourists. Athletes may enjoy a visit to the artificial Lake of Malta, home to a ski slope, ice rink, and swimming pools.
So it's interesting that they have this sites of Malta. I'm not sure what that is. Poznan is it's a more modern city. You do not really get to see a lot of sites there, but as they mentioned, it's like it is well known for its university. It's a university city.
Four. Wroclaw. Located on the Oder River, Wroclaw is the largest city in western Poland. Over the centuries it has been governed by Prussia, Poland, Germany and Bohemia, but has been part of Poland since 1945. The former capital of
1945. If you guys know, that year is the final year, or rather the year that World War II ended. Yeah, so 1945, Poland, was restored in a way. In a way, it's restored, but I mean, after that, it got into the Soviet Union. Not the best times for them, actually. Yeah. In English, you might pronounce it as Wroclaw for this place. The spellings suggest that way, but in Polish, it's Wrocław. Yeah, so and actually it's similar to Poznan. It's also a university city as well.
Silesia is still less well known as some of the other places to visit in Poland, but can definitely compete when it comes to amazing architecture.
Alright, so you mentioned that it's a former capital of Silesia. In very, very older times, Poland existed in a few duchies. Silesia is one of them.
Main attractions include the Market Square and the impressive Old Town Hall, Street, Elizabeth's Church with its observation deck overlooking the city, and the largest zoo in Poland. Sailing on the Oder River is a relaxing way to get a feel for this medieval city.
This is beautiful.
Three. Gdansk. Also known as Danzig, Gdansk is the largest city in northern Poland and its main seaport since it lies on the Baltic Sea. Founded around the 10th century, it has a mixed political history. At different times it belonged to Germany and Poland, and was a free state before permanently becoming a part of Poland after World War II. The city rebuilt itself after the war, restoring its old town, which is famous for the royal road that Polish kings traveled on when visiting this historical city. The city also is home to St. Mary Church, the largest brick church in the world.
Definitely visit Gdansk if you are going to the north of Poland. That's there's nothing much to say about this. This is a place that you should really visit. Yeah.
2. Warsaw. The capital of Poland might aptly be compared to a phoenix rising from the ashes. Founded around the 12th century, Warsaw was pretty much destroyed during World War II, but has rebuilt itself into a thriving historical and cultural center, complete with a restored old town. Once known as the Paris of the North, it also is famous as the home of classical composer Frédéric Chopin. Travelers of all ages will enjoy a visit to the Copernicus Science Center where hands-on activities abound.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. Like what they say, Warsaw, it was much of it was destroyed in World War II. They do have some old buildings still standing in the old town, but it's quite small. All right, frankly speaking, it's quite small. If you stay in most hotels in Warsaw, you will rarely get to see older architectures. It will look very, very modern to you. It's like if you are into older architectures, you want to stay near the old town as much as possible because that's the only place that you can get to see such architectures. But having said that, Warsaw is not just known for this. Like what I mentioned, it's home to Chopin. There is an international Chopin piano competition that's held every 5 years. Supposedly there was going to be one, in 2020. I think it's supposed to be next month in October. But of course, because of COVID, it was postponed. I think it's just postponed to next year. So from next year on, it's going to run consecutive, maybe 2021 to 26. I'm not sure if they're going to break the trend. Are they going to do 21 to 25 or 21 to 26? We'll see. And there is also usually an open air concert that runs in the summer, all right, in Warsaw, if I'm not wrong, in the Central Park. To them, Chopin and his music is also Poland's national pride and treasure. After COVID, definitely, if you are into classical music, visit Warsaw.
One. Krakow. Krakow might be described as a rags to riches city, since it went from being a 7th century village to the second most important city in Poland, being known for its cultural, artistic, academic and economic activities. During World War II, the Nazis herded Jews into the Krakow ghetto, where they were later sent to concentration camps. The movie Schindler's List centered around one man's efforts to save the ghetto residents from extermination. Located on the Vistula River, this former Polish capital is easy to get around, since attractions radiate out from Old Town, considered the best old town in the country.
In fact, ghettos exist not just in here, but also in Warsaw as well. When you visit these two cities, you might find they have a few sites where previous ghettos existed. They also have, a museum dedicated to this and to the Jewish people, what had happened, how were they, how bad things happened to them, basically. Yeah. I'm just gonna let it run. Yeah, definitely we'll have a look at their channel for other top 10 videos, and maybe I'll do some React videos to them as well. Uh, you can say it's a review. Yeah, it's more of a review. If you enjoyed this video again, I have copied the video link in our description below. You can have a look at it yourself. Give them the like and subscribe. And if you have enjoyed the insights that I provide, then of course you may also subscribe to our channel and like this video. Uh, I will probably do this every week. All right. So if you have any videos you want us to review, of course you can or react depending on what kind of video. Of course you can comment the video below, and we'll look into that for you. All right. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys can stay safe. Uh, Again, please subscribe to us. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time. So thank you and goodbye.